So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of Plates and Perspective. Although it's not our first time on cameras, here we are bringing different perspectives with a new food item every week, and this time it's basically orange chips.
And a blue drink. Sorry.
A black drink
for me. Yeah, just because Pepsi and Lay's didn't sponsor us.
Okay, so here we are going to discuss different designs or probably design in different aspects of life and how people look at it, the perspective that the people look at it with, right? So for today's topic, it is all about future of design education, right? Because we have been in Lomos, as some of you might already know. I'm Chaitanya, I'm the founder of Lomos. We have Raghu here. He's an architect. Yeah, you can introduce yourself, Raghu.
Hi guys, my name is Raghu and I'm the tutor head in Lomos.
And
I am Ajit. I am one of the director and chief of operation at Lomos.
so yeah, here today we are going to discuss about the future of design education. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you guys know what I feel design is in real life, and I want to know your perspective about this thing, right? So for me, design is in everything. It's not just about an art that we see or a building that we do. For me, day to day, the way we run our business is design. The way I curate the solutions or we curate solutions for, even it might be a simple meal prep for gym or probably the routine that you set for a day-to-day life. I feel there is a design aspect in that as well. So it might be a businessman, you can be a college student, you can be an architect, you can be a designer, or irrespective, right? I just feel like there are good designers and bad designers, and every aspect of life basically requires some part of designing in it.
Yeah, true. Actually, what you just said, that design is there in every single aspect. Okay, it's not just about architect or interior designer or the field that we are representing. Like designing for me is like it's a process of creating something new. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, it is related to all the fields. Okay, it's not just in particularly in architecture or interior designing or graphic designing. It's there in everything. Like a coder is also designing a platform or creating a new code. So I think it's there everywhere. Okay, me, you, and Raghu, or everyone is somehow linked to it. Every single day we might design something new. It might be meal. It might be a routine for us. It might be a new route to office. So I think it's there everywhere. Okay, it's just your perspective how you see it.
Nice. So now I would like to ask you guys one thing, which is, why can't everybody be a designer?
See, I feel you are a designer, okay, you just need not have to crown yourself, okay, you are doing something creative, okay, you may not just call it as a something which looks like a design to you, okay, you just have to name it. I feel
So
that is
I feel like everybody is a designer, and we are a designer in many aspects. Like I am a designer at being an architect, I'm a designer in my day-to-day schedule. Probably I'm a bad designer at gym because my gym schedule is not the best, but probably I'm a better designer at business because I think that's somewhere I'm able to design things better. So I feel everybody is a designer in many aspects of life, and that's the reason I wanted to bring this podcast, and this is what we wanted to let all the audience know, and the different perspective on the various aspects.
yeah, but
Coming to our topic,
Yes.
okay, so we were just understanding, how the future of design education is, and mainly about learning design, how do people have to go about it? And for this topic, I think let's stick to people who are learning design, maybe doing architecture or interior design or product designing or graphic designing, any sort of designing. So what's your take on it? Like, how do you essentially think the future of designing, design education is going to be?
the future. So I don't know. Okay, from my perspective, I have to tell you this. Okay, obviously it's changing. Okay, with the advancement of AI coming in. Okay, and the other tech coming in into the design, things have completely changed. I still remember the day when I joined the college and where I didn't have even I didn't even knew that these kind of things can replace us. Okay, I don't know how where exactly we are standing. How you can take what will be the role of architect actually in future, but things have changed. I feel that the education that we are giving to our current generation have to also adapt. But the syllabus hasn't, I feel, okay, still, because I have been to multiple colleges recently and I still see the pattern remains same. Okay, they are I think they are still living in 20s.
Like almost 10 years back,
Yeah,
right?
they are
did
still
lecture,
back
it's
in
the same
2000. Okay, and I don't know like who is responsible here. Is it the governing body, COA, or who
So,
it is?
basically people are so restrictive about using softwares, right? It might be Revit or, AutoCAD. They'll be like, until you guys come to your second year, you cannot use any particular software. And here we are in an age where you can generate the entire designs itself using AI.
Yeah.
And even I have seen a lot of senior people who are actually teaching field or who are faculty in bigger colleges. They try to be mostly against all the softwares. They tell softwares is not
They are
everything.
still doing that.
Still doing that.
I
Which
don't know
is
what
actually
they
not the
will
right
do with
thing.
the hand rendering. I think they'll just frame the best sheet that they
Exactly.
had for the year and they'll put it so that someone will
Still
come.
promoting a lot of manual drafting work. Still by knowing how powerful this software
I
part
feel
is.
what they should do is first look into the syllabus and change it, revamp it completely. Okay,
Yeah.
because it is too outdated. Okay,
Yeah.
honestly speaking, colleges are still using the same old mythology that they had in architecture. That the first 2 years should stick to hand drafting and then they should get their hands on software. See, it's not about learning software down the line. Okay, it's just about adapting to the current need. Okay, and the need has completely changed. The need might even take you to the stage where there is no need of architect actually. Okay, everything can be computer generated. So if and after all architects should be someone who wants to pursue this field. Okay, like for example, I never wanted to be an architect at the first place. Okay, but somehow I landed into it. But now I know where I want to be. Okay, and how I have to take my life further. So I have adapted to it. So I think the college should change these kind of things and the student should adapt to the new technologies coming in and learn them as soon as possible so that they can see their
So
future.
what do
and
you guys
change
think is the
accordingly.
need of the art? Like, what do you think that design schools have to be teaching?
First thing, they should be properly aware, how important architecture is. Like, people should know, because nowadays the kind of people who design.
And design in general, like how do you think people should go about? Like, what's the need of the art for design in general?
Architects, I think we all know the software Rhino, right? And Grasshopper and few more plugins. They can do a lot of analysis on weather. They can do sun path areas and everything. So in my college also, what I have done is I have mostly worked on this sun path diagram which we draw. That's all. Nothing more than that. But with the help of software, we are able to generate more design output, right? So which will definitely help us to design better. So all this should be definitely included in the curriculum. That's what I believe.
At the same time, I feel college is a place where you have to explore your creativity. Okay, so I don't know if they should be more accurate towards if it is possible or not. Rather, they should explore their creativity. Okay, but they at the same time, what I feel like they should do is they need to understand that the trend that they are following, like year-wise syllabus that they are following, has to be completely changed here. And they have to see architecture with a newer perspective, okay, and bring in all the tech which has come in. Okay, these kind of thing has to be taught at least the at the basic level. Okay, and they should also explore the other other options that an architect has after graduation. Okay, they need not have to just look themselves as an architect, because down the line they are all I would say artists, and they can explore all the fields. So these kind of things are not happening in the college. Okay, they can go and pursue UI UX. They can be a product designer. They can even work in AI field. Okay, so they have multiple options open for them. But it's I know that students are still doing it, but there is like it just. There is no push from the college side. They have to explore it themselves after after maybe spending some years in the field. They realize that what exactly will suit them for the next year or the coming year. They adapt to it. But this has to be pushed because
I agree with that.
Like what I basically feel now, since COVID, we have been having online classes and all of that, and people are pretty good at having classes online and taking classes online. So I feel like all the theoretical subjects which requires students to actually go sit in class and things like that can be completely transformed into online, and all their offline activities can be more based on design thinking and practical use of
stuff,
or
yes.
practical
Models.
knowledge of and so that will also develop your social skills. Plus at the same time, I feel at this point of time, right, I would greatly disagree that learning any software or AI is also very helpful, because it's just a matter of time where people are going to be able to generate whatever they want even without prompt. So I feel the need of the hour would be more of design thinking, or how to solve something using innovative design, than learning any tools or than going to any college. And we have to leverage on things like online classes, so basically people can save time and invest the same amount of time in learning some practical things and having real life
I
experience.
agree with that, because like when I was in college, right, like I remember it was a lot of informative stuff what my faculty taught me. But if I try to recall that whole thing, I can't really. Only the parts which I wanted to remember, I remember. None of them I remember at all.
No, see, honestly,
What's the part you want to remember?
The part where things are more informative and I didn't feel the
What kind of
importance.
things?
Maybe there was a time where we had actually had a subject for set design. So now if I want to go back and think of the set designing part, that time I didn't feel it was important. Now again, what can I do about that? I can't bring those days back. So with the help of online classes, we definitely can recall things. We can look at the part where we have learned all of that.
yeah, true.
Okay, fine. If as we were talking about the futuristic part, there was a time where we were talking about meta, right? Meta, the whole world is going to be meta. Everything is going to be inside digital life and everything. So have you guys heard of this new Apple headset?
Yeah.
Right? So just imagine if headset like that is coming. We are generally used to what? Flat screens, right? Where we work, we create model, we do renders, everything like that. So when the meta came, it became a little bit more different, where you try to again create the physical, digital world into physical world. Now literally physical world is becoming digital.
Yeah.
It's kind of again going back a little bit. So in here, just imagine the kind of advantage we were going to have. Designing in real life by having that headset and using your hands and options to place a couch, to place in anything, live using those. So any kind of designing part which can be done, it can be literally done on the side. It's not even necessary that you need to sit in front of the laptop, do the measurements also, as it understands the volume completely.
So it's like, if you guys have basically understood AI for now, there are many developer AI that people have gone and created, right? Like, how it can generate any design or something like that. Now they have AI developers, like AI coders, right? So, and it's a matter of time where our speech to text is converted in real time into a prompt that we need to generate. So probably, in very soon, right, near future, I touch wood, if we are able to do it, right? You wear an AI glasses and tell, imagine a completely done indoor decor with a green mat, with a blue ceiling or whatever it is, and it's there.
And with a VR and AR,
Yes,
you can
yes.
just visualize this.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
the thing is, what do you want? I honestly, I want to understand. What do you guys think, as a student of third or fourth year in architecture, should the person do?
To be honest, right now it's very blurry.
Yeah.
It's very blurry. It's a very hard thing to answer. Like,
The three of us think that AI can overrule everything. Then jobs, not only at a designer's field,
Yeah.
it is risk for jobs or at all the other fields that
See,
is at a stake.
I don't think that AI will replace humans or AI will take over or anything of that. AI is just going to wash out the base layer. A person who's still going to understand how to execute that plan, or to someone who can understand if the 3D is actually matching the plan, or if the plan is actually understanding every aspect that we want, they're still going to have their job.
But still, I think AI can develop to that point where it can do it by
So
itself.
base
the
level, when
things-
you talk about base level, so what exactly it is going to what?
So it is going to define on, see, it is simple, right? Either you have a command over AI, so you use AI to do your tasks easily, or else you are going to get wiped out. Do you guys know there are single person's unicorn in happening? That means one person who is being able to build a company which is worth $1,000 million. No, 100, yeah, $1,000 million. $1,000 million. But I'm saying a unicorn, $1 billion company.
Yeah, billion.
So solo person. Right, so that is using AI. So either you basically understand AI, understand how to make it work for you,